Hey, Shalom, Yeshua. I want to start as always by giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS and honors to brothers doing the work in truth. Why? Sincerity. All right, this is on the news that the world's last male northern white rhino, Sudan, dies aged 45. Right, so basically, this is another animal that's now basically extinct, on the verge of extinction. Right, and as always, who you got to thank for that? Esau, man, because he's the current ruler, and then the amount of animals have gone extinct. In fact, that's actually a topic in itself. Looking into the amount of animals that have gone extinct, during the time this man's been in power, right? Or basically have gone into what's the word I'm saying? Gone near into extinction, right? Because let's say it says here by poachers and all that. But more time, who are they working for? Where are they selling it, right? This man's basically, and his energy has gone around, and it's it's just destroyed the environment, destroyed the earth, right? He brought about the gun, right? That's one of his blessings. The gun. And with the gun, he's you got Esau taking out lions, Esau taking about rhinos, right? So this is Isaiah 24:5 says, "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, and broken the everlasting covenants." Right? On one of the ways of defiling the earth is upsetting the balance in the food in the in the ecosystem, right? You never know how this animal in the wild helped balance out the ecosystem, right? Because the Lord has everything in perfect balance, and unjust balance is an abomination to the Lord, right? But now it's gone. This is Revelation 11:18 says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth." Right, so the Lord's going to pay Esau back by destroying him, because no one has destroyed the earth as much as Esau has, right? This is Habakkuk. He's got nuclear fallout, from tests that he performed. He's got nuclear fallout from all these stupid, nuclear reactors that he uses for energy. Right, he's using depleted uranium weapons all over the place. Why? Because this man's a devil. Right, this is Habakkuk 2:5. It says, "Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desires as hell." And these are 2 points I wanted to touch on in relation to this, right? Because Esau goes around, who go around into areas and just change up, the natural habitat of that area. Right, always carrying, moving things along, and some animals aren't supposed to be in certain environments. Right, you watch them nature programs, they'll be like, and settlers brought this. For instance, in England, you got the red squirrel and you got the grey squirrel. Right, the red squirrel was quote native to the UK, and the Americans had the grey squirrel, and when that came over, that more or less just knocked out the red squirrel, man. Right. And all of these things basically upsetting habitats, because some things aren't supposed to live in some places because there isn't a predator big enough to take them out. And what happens? That means an unwanted pest basically starts growing in abundance. Right, basically upsetting the balance of the ecosystem. Right, it says, "Who enlargeth his desires as hell." And one of the ways he does that is by basically knocking down habitats. You have certain animals that maybe live in like forests and on trees. But what does Esau do? He basically, takes his McDonald's company right into the deep depths of the Amazon, right? Raises a whole land of and raises an RAZES, raises a whole land, whole patch of land so that he can farm cattle, right? And in doing so, he's just destroyed all habitats. You got animals that no longer have a habitat. Right now, they're having to move into different areas, different places. Right, some of them don't make it, some of them die. Right, and even then, that upsets the balance, because then you have other animals that feed off them that no longer have their food. And who do you have to thank for that? Right, says Proverbs 12:10 says, a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast. Right, and poaching an animal, that that's not regarding the life of your beast, and would you call it, doing it to the point where, would you call it, a whole species is more or less extinct. It's to what end? Right, says Isaiah 14:7 says the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. And it's talking about after Esau's down, man. Right, the whole earth will be at rest. The animals will be at rest. The trees will be at rest. The people will be at rest. Right. In fact, that's 2 scriptures I can get as well. Sirach 10. I'll get Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Right. So when Israel in authority, people are going to be happy with that. Obviously, they're going to have to serve their 1,000 years of slavery, right, to be a recompense for all the wickedness that they done to Israel, right? However, after that 1,000 years, they're going to live good, right? Because we're not going to be, we're going to be keeping the laws. The laws were set to be good and for balance, right? And when Israel keep the law, everything will be good. The land will be good. The crops will be good. The cattle will be good. And those 3 things alone, right? That's, considering that, that's riches according to the scriptures. That's, that's a good thing. This is what's going on in my head? It's like I'm blanking up. But basically, look, man, when Israel rule, the world is going to be good, right? So, but when the wicked bear for all the people mourn, it's not only the people that are mourning, the animals are mourning, right? You've got whales beaching themselves. You've got getting mass die-offs of birds just dropping out of the sky, fishes beaching themselves, right? And this is Sirach 10, and get verse 4. Says the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable, right? Which is like I said, the Israelites were profitable for the earth. Esau isn't profitable for the earth. Oil spills is what happens under Esau's reign, right? Mass deforestations, extinctions, nuclear holocausts. That's all going to happen in Esau's reign. But one that is profitable, one that will return the earth to its former glory, the Israelites. Right, and that day is soon to come. Right, in fact, I brought it out in the video I just done. But this is a worthy scripture, for this topic. It says Matthew 24:22. It says, and except those days should be shortened, they shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Right. So basically saying, look, if the Lord doesn't come back, we're all through, we're all fucked. And you can see that. Right, the earth is damaged, man. The earth is wailing. Right, the food is low quality, which is why Esau's having to, GM everything. Right, but instead of me waffling on, man, I think you get the point. Right, Esau has to go down, man. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.